Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel, Hume's Little Homestead. I got a package that I have been waiting for and I am super excited about it. It is our beneficial insects. Using beneficial insects to help me with gardening for the past couple of years, and I have really enjoyed it. So a lot of the times I use Praying Mantis the most, and last year I tried beneficial nematodes for the very first time, and they were very successful. So this year we started getting a little bit of flea beetles, which I will show you in the morning what those are when it's daylight and you can see them better. And I'll show you the damage that they do. I haven't seen any other pests so far in the garden, which I'm really excited about, knock on wood. But so far, there has been just the little flea beetles that we've had. And the beneficial nematodes last year did a really good job of wiping those out for me. So let's open this package and see how it did with shipping. And so far, I think it's doing really well.
We got... What are these?
Neon toad.
Levi keeps calling them neon toads.
What are they actually?
Beneficial nematodes.
Nematodes.
Would you like to see them, Levi?
And also Praying Mantis stuff.
Thank you for your order.
So here's the Praying Mantis Oothecas.
Ootheca.
What's an Ootheca?
Remember, it's what the female praying mantis lays.
Oh.
2 pods. Okay.
That's a lot of praying mantises.
And here's the nematodes. Yay, they're packaged in a nice, cool thing.
Are they like actual toads?
Cool.
No.
Okay.
They're bugs.
Can you look at them?
We're opening them. So are they like...
Try not to save their sleeves.
So are they alive or are they in eggs?
I think they're eggs, if I remember from last year.
Wait, you got nematodes last year? I don't remember
I
that.
did. So they come with an ice pack type thing. I think this is it. It's stuck on the packaging. So yeah, this is the ice pack to keep them nice and cool during shipping. These are the nematodes. Okay, we got HBSC and SF combination.
Habitat.
Okay, there's instructions. It helps with these things. I'm going to read this because it's really interesting to me. So, how nematodes work. They actively hunt for insect larvae entering through natural body openings. Once inside the larva, nematode excrete bacteria from its digestive tract before it starts to feed and multiply. Within a few days, the pest will change color and die. The nematodes multiply and develop within the dying insect before leaving the old host to hunt for more pests. As the number of pests decrease, so will the nematode population. For this reason, seasonal releases are recommended. So we're going to keep them in the fridge until we release them because you need to keep them in the temperatures. Do not freeze, but keep them in cool temperatures. And all you have to do is mix them in some water. And then you put them where the pests are. So I'll put them where our beetles are getting on our plants. I'll do it with my watering can that I used the fish emulsion fertilizer.
I don't like that stuff. It stinks. Badly.
Ooh, this is in the Nature's Good, guys.
So I will water the plants really good after I release them tomorrow morning. And our praying mantis oothecas. So the cool thing about praying mantis is they will eat crickets, grasshoppers, moth, locusts, caterpillars, flies, cockroaches, and other pests. So all you do for the egg cases is you put them in a warm area out of direct sunlight. I'm going to put ours in 2 jars with a lid. You could also put them outside, but I am just going to put them inside. I have these seed sprouting lids that go on wide mouth jars. They work perfectly for the praying mantis. So the praying mantis can't get out. Oops. So I use these. They go right on the lid. It is perfect. So, do you want to come help?
So back here, it opens. And then we're gonna need to
Carefully pull them out.
carefully pull.
One at a time. And put it down in the jar.
Which jar?
Either is fine. Carefully put it all the way down in. Yep. That's good. Big one.
That is supposed to be tiny.
Alright, go ahead.
This one is tiny.
That one is smaller. Yep. Carefully put it down in. Facing up. We want it to face upward. Okay, we are going to save one in the fridge. We're going to hatch the big one first and save the little one in the fridge. In this same jar with the lid that the airflow can get through. So this one's going to go, and that'll prevent it from hatching right away. I'll pull that one out when we're ready for it to hatch. So this one we'll just leave on our counter, and when it starts hatching, I'll keep you guys posted. It'll be really cool. We've done this a couple of times, and it is just an amazing process to watch, and it's really neat. And it's a great way to help protect your garden from the bad insects. Using the beneficial insects is really good.
One time, Caden.
Yes.
So, one time, Caden, my big brother, on his bike, he had a giant and praying mantis on his handle of the bike, and it was so cool. So we released it into Mommy's garden.
Yep. We love praying mantis, huh?
That was probably when we hatched.
We hope so. So this one will be hatching too.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big one, probably.
It is the next morning since I got my order of beneficial nematodes and praying mantis. I keep wanting to say praying mantis oothecas, and I am going to release the beneficial nematodes. I'm debating, I feel like I should do this in the evening so that they have a chance to be in the cooler soil. But I think it'll be okay because I'm going to water right away. And you know what? I could just test the soil temperature really fast. Let me just read really fast what to do. Okay, I have a soil thermometer. I'm going to go grab really fast and we're going to see what temperature the soil is. It is early morning right now, and it says that you can release them early in the morning. Last time I did it in the evening, but I have kind of a busy evening, so I think it'll be best if I just go ahead with my plan to release them this morning. I was gonna do it last night, but then I couldn't show you the beetles that I'm targeting with the nematodes. Okay, here is my, it's called a compost thermometer, but I think it'll work just fine in regular soil too. So I'm gonna take it to the spot. I have 2 spots I'm gonna be treating today. I'm gonna take it to both spots and we will check. The temperature needs to be in between 46 degrees Fahrenheit and, oh no, I've forgotten. Let me look real fast. 44 degrees Fahrenheit to 83 degrees Fahrenheit, which I'm pretty sure it's not over 83. It feels a little chilly out here this morning to me. And the soil temperature is usually a little bit cooler than the air temperature. Alright, so I've got that down in the ground. Some dirt on my hands. And we'll see, while that is taking a reading, right now it shows 69 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to show you the beetles and the damage that they're doing. Oops, it hopped away. So let me just take this leaf off right here. You can see, oh good, there's one on there. Can you see that little tiny black beetle? That is flea beetle damage. All the little holes in the leaf are caused by flea beetles. And they jump. Do you see that one right there? Sorry, my hand is shaking a little. It's got a little shiny shell. And when you get near it, it jumps. Did you see that? They're not on all of the plants. They're actually leaving the tomatoes alone, which is good. They're not on my tomatoes. So, and I need to trim my tomatoes, which I will show you in a video on Friday or Saturday. Today is Thursday. I'll do a video about how to trim tomatoes in their early development very soon. Tomorrow's video is going to be about the quail, because the quail eggs are ready to turn on their side. But this video is about beneficial insects, so I'm not going to go into any of those details. But if you notice any flea beetles or anything else, the beneficial nematodes are going to get their larvae. So they're not going to necessarily attack the beetles. Well, the beetles would go down in the ground at night, and then the nematodes can get in them that way. But what they're going to do is they're going to make the flea beetles their host. So they're going to essentially kill the beetle from the inside out. The worms attack the beetles. And they do this with all kinds of critters. I put the chart on there of what they attack. There's all these pests. So ants, armyworms, artichoke plume moths, asparagus beetles, bad nematodes, banana moths, banana weevils, beet armyworms, just like all the way to woolly aphids, from A to Z basically. And it kills roaches, root aphids, and I got the triple effect, so I've got HB, SF, and SC, and those are just abbreviations for really, really long scientific names for these creatures. So they're beneficial nematodes, and they're live microscopic worms that hunt and kill soil pests. So, all right, my reading is saying 70 degrees, so that's pretty much perfect in the soil, and my soil is actually really cool and damp because I irrigated it really good. I watered it really good. I don't have irrigation, but the system we use is basically like irrigation. So where I'm going to put these guys, it's cool to the touch and it's nice and moist. So I'm going to go ahead and mix them up and apply them. The first thing I'm going to do is rinse out my watering can that I used with the fish fertilizer. The fish fertilizer shouldn't hurt these guys, but I'm just going to rinse out my watering can just to be on the safe side. To fill it up about halfway so that I can put in the nematodes and then fill it up the rest of the way so that I can disperse them. Batches, so I'm holding back. I put in about 3/4 of the package, and I'm going to do this part of the package on my peppers. The first part I'm going to do over by the tomatoes, brassicas, squash, and cucumbers. So here's the names in accordance to the abbreviation. So the SC, the species, is that name, Steinernema carpocapaceae. And then the SF is that name. And the HB is that name, that species. So these are the 3 species I'm releasing. For anyone who is scientific and wants to see the scientific name, which I am not going to try and pronounce those other 2 because that was just embarrassing trying to pronounce that one. Okay. those 2 gallons, I had enough to put about a tablespoon under every single tomato, every single brassica, every single squash plant that I have planted. I also had enough to sprinkle around the carrots, the asparagus, onions, and garlic. And then I still had a little left over, so I gently swished it around and poured it down the very end row where all my herbs are. So now I'm gonna mix up that last portion that I have to put on my pepper plants, each individual pepper plant. And then I'll put a little bit in the flower garden as well, because I think doing a tablespoon around each pepper and each flower, because the alyssum is being hit by the flea beetles, and I'll show you that as well. While I'm doing the peppers, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my garden water. And I am going to make a separate video of how we water everything very soon. We just got a drip system for our trees, so I will do that with that video whenever we do that. That won't be this weekend though, because we're making the quail hutch this weekend. Woohoo! Okay, so I've turned on the watering system to make sure that those nematodes get very good watered in. So that PVC pipe has holes on each row, and it will water while I'm putting the nematodes on the peppers. So you can see that. Just like the garden, I watered this really well yesterday, so it is very, very wet. I'm actually not sure if I can even step in there to get to each pepper, but we're going to give it a go. I'm going to show you the damage the flea beetles are doing. Do you see that, all that damage on my flowers? They just took over. Oh, there's even one on that one. You can see it. It's so tiny. They're so tiny. But they can do a lot of damage. See it right here. Did you see it jump? They're all over it. Now, time to get them. Battle them. My pepperoncinis have peppers on them. I'm not sure when I'm supposed to pick them. They look beautiful though. So let's... trying to get the plant because I want the water to be down in the soil. So I didn't mean to get the plant on that one. I still have a little water in my bucket, so I am going to go ahead and put it over in my flower garden. And then I'm going to fill up this watering can one more time and just empty all the contents around my flower garden, because I want to make sure that I get every single little nematode out. And I might even fill up the watering can twice and then water around each of my peach trees. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use the rest of this on the flower garden right now. Then I'm going to fill this container up one more time and put it on the flower garden, and then I'm going to fill this container up a second time and put it on my peach trees, just in case there's any left in here. And that is how I release beneficial nematodes on my tomatoes and my garden and my peppers and my plants. And last year, like I said, I had really great success. So today, it doesn't look like it's going to be very cloudy. So today, if it's really hot, like around 2, then I'm going to go ahead and turn on our water again and just make sure I keep that soil nice and cool today. It's not something I would normally do because I don't like my tomatoes getting that much water in a day. I feel like they do better when I water them once and sometimes every other day, but we are in a major drought and it is very hot. So I have actually been watering my garden every day. But normally I like to water every other day, but it's been super hot and like I said, we're in a drought. So I noticed the plants weren't doing well with every other day watering. But today, if it's really hot around 2, I will water the garden twice just to keep those nematodes alive and doing well under the ground today. So as they're hatching and releasing and doing their thing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you're enjoying our videos and I hope that this is a helpful tip. Organic gardening isn't as hard or daunting as it seems. It just takes a little research. So know your garden pests and what will help with those garden pests. I know that I had the flea beetle this year, and I know what takes care of the flea beetle is the nematodes. So if you're struggling with caterpillars and that type of thing, the praying mantis are going to be your thing. If you're struggling with aphids, then you need ladybugs. So try and be an avid, try and be aware of what pests are in your garden, and then you'll know what you need to use and make in the garden. Thanks, Levi.
Hello, Levi?
I mean, Caden. I couldn't tell. We cut Caden's hair and I didn't recognize him. I thought he was Levi. Okay, so, which is funny because they look very different. Caden is very white and Levi is very tan with different color of hair. But when they both have short hair, I get them mixed up. All right, because Caden's had really long hair for a long time. Anyway, I diverged. So, with organic gardening, just be aware. And I can't really say that I'm totally 100% organic because last year we used ant killer we had some massive ants. And I think we used 7 dust. And that's not organic, but we were desperate and they were just bad and they were going to kill everything. So that's what I did last year. So just do what you can. And this is what I'm trying to learn and do better each year. Learn and do better. So this year I am being proactive before the pests have taken over and making sure that I get out here and do this. And squash bugs, we'll have squash bugs very soon. I think. I haven't seen one yet. Hopefully, maybe we won't have as many. We didn't have as many last year as I had the year before. But all I do is I come out and I check under every leaf in the morning, and that seems to help if you can just get those first couple of bugs and, dispose of them, then they won't have a chance to reproduce in your own garden. So, all right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, we appreciate it. Thanks for following along with our journey. I will talk to you later. Bye.